In 2024, TCL had the Q6, which was a QLED television, and they changed the technology, and this is the new mini LED version of the Q6. TCL did loan this to me, but this is the 65 QM6K, which is for 2025, and as you can see, it has the QD mini LED. This TV is powered by Google TV, and it has all the great features like Apple TV, Chromecast, and it also has the built-in Apple AirPlay and HomeKit. There's a lot of new features on this television. We'll cover that on the full review, but as you can see here, this has the LD500 Precision Local Dimming Series. This also has the HVA panel. It's a 4K TV, and it will support up to 144 Hertz using variable refresh rate. So let's go and get it out of the box so we can get it all set up and ready to go and get our first look at the QM6K. And if you want to learn more, I'll leave links in the description, but here's a barcode that TCL included. So let's go and get this top open so we can see the new remote control as well as what it comes with. But I did show some of this on the video that I made at CES so you could see what was coming out. In the box, you get some screws for the feet. It does have more of that computer type power cord. There's an instruction book, and here's the new remote control for this television. I think the design is pretty nice, but I still like these hotkeys and the white buttons on it, but it seems like it's very functional. And here's a closer look at the remote control. You have your inputs, menu button, navigation, as well as those hotkeys at the bottom. And this includes Apple TV and TCL TV, plus Disney. And here's the feet that comes with it. They almost sound like they're made out of aluminum or strong plastic. Now keep in mind, when you get a 65-inch, it is ideal to use 2 people on it. So I have Justin behind the scene helping me out. Make sure nothing falls or get damaged. And one thing you have to do in between these shots is you got to get that styrofoam off the floor. So I use this Dyson right here. And this one is the V15. So the great thing about this one, it detects what's on the floor, and then it actually speeds up the motor. The feet are labeled, so keep that in mind. Make sure you get the right side. So you'll see left and right, and it's gonna be on the TV as well. All right, let's go ahead and screw this in. And one thing I'll point out here on the bottom, there's a speaker on each side, and over here, there's a press button to get through some of the menus, and there's a switch right here because this has hands-free Google voice command. One of the things that you'll find difference is that on this TV, is that it has 2 subwoofers on it, and these are Onkyo speakers with ultra bass. Like most TVs, this one has Wi-Fi as well, and it has a lot of inputs here on the side. There's 2 USBs, and this is a 3.0. There's an Ethernet connection. There's 4 HDMI. Now these top 2 here are up to 144 Hertz, and this one down here is eARC for your soundbar. You have a TV tuner, and you have a fiber optic output. And just so you know, this one no longer has that headphone jack output. I don't think it's something people use anyway because you can just use Bluetooth. And last thing we need to do is just pull off all the different plastics. If you have the screen protector, you have this little orange tab right here. Now I have it all set up, let's take a look at the operating system because I know you guys want to probably know about the speed of it. As you can see here, it's pretty fluid, so the chip processors that they're using in these newer TVs is getting much better. This is your standard Google operating system, and if you have antenna plugged in, everything will appear right here on the live. But with this Google TV Free Play, you can just watch content that's streaming online, and it's absolutely free as long as you have Wi-Fi connected to it. And under apps, you can see all types of different applications, including TCL TV. And when you have this TV hooked up to the internet, it's just like the Google TV, it allows you to watch free content. So as you can see here, there's plenty of content on here to watch that you can stream anytime you don't have any kind of content to watch. There's also a built-in user guide. There's a quick panel that pulls up this little piece right here. You can see everything on demand, like your Google Home. It does support Apple AirPlay. I do have an Apple TV plugged in, and you can add more stuff to this list. And there's also a feature called T-Solo. It also has a feature called T-Solo, which is great because if you are used to Bluetoothing your phone in your car, you can Bluetooth your phone to this television and you can play directly into the television. So that's a very, very cool feature. And there's also a feature called T-Exhibit. And one thing I like about this particular app is that it's similar to Google Ambient Mode, but one thing about this one is live. So as you can see here, you can have different art that displays, and it's not static. So you always have something moving on the screen to give it a more cooler look to it, in my opinion. And it does have a built-in media player, and it will work with Amazon Alexa once you download that and configure it. This TV has a lot of features. We'll go over some of that in this video, but let's look at a couple things here. First of all, in About, it is using the latest and greatest Android 12, so you will get the current features. Another thing about this television is that it has 22 gigabytes of internal memory. You can cast to it. Now, to use the casting feature, if you pull up a YouTube video, you can tap here and you hit that little button right there. And then what you want to do is select the television. It's going to load up the YouTube application, and then it's going to start playing the video. And some applications will support this. It will support Apple AirPlay and HomeKit, so you can connect it to your home system and control it with Siri. For AirPlay, you can just pull up the screen mirroring on your phone and it'll display everything that your phone sees. And for HomeKit, you will go down here and hit Setup. You'll then get this feature that says Add to Home. You'll press on that. You'll choose whatever home you want to add it to. It's going to then set up the TV. You just press Allow and done. And we'll go over this later in the video. This is the Game Master features. And this is going to allow us to get the on-screen menu and some other things for gaming. And just in case you wondered, inside of Bluetooth, you can hook up different devices. I have some headphones right here, and see, it already found them. I can press OK. I can pair them. And then once these are paired, I can start listening to TV through these headphones, no problem. Now, in order to show you that music player, I went ahead and connected one of my iPhones up to the television. And if we go back over to T-Solo, I went back to my music player, and I'm using Epidemic sound that I'm paying for. But check this out. And I can also change tracks here. You see it switches on the phone too. And you can use this with any of your music sources, which is great. So this TV allows you to have it part of your audio system if you decide to connect it with your device. But I do wish it showed the art that you get on your phone. See, it's just showing that little CD on the screen, but hey, at least it works. And if I change tracks here, it changes on the TV too. Next, we're gonna check out the gaming. As you can see here, it is in gaming mode. And the input lag I'm getting on this 1080p 60 hertz tester is 13.1. Now keep in mind, if you have a 4K tester, that should go down quite a bit, but I just want to give you a general understanding on a 1080p signal. Next, we're going to check out the Xbox, see what it's capable of doing. And to get up this gaming menu, you just want to press and hold down the three lines on it. And this is a new interface. As you can see here, it still has a lot of the same stuff, but we have your aiming aid. You can magnify it. We have different picture genres. You can see right there, there's a couple of them in there. Auto low latency is on, variable refresh rate is on, and it does have a shadow enhancer. Now at the top here, it shows you the frames, HDR, auto low latency, and it does support VRR FreeSync. Now when we go to the main menu, you can see that it has a floating icon over there that shows you how many hertz that your game is playing, and that should be flexible with variable refresh rate. On some different consoles, it will support HDIG. It also has high frame rate mode, and this is ideal for using on the PC. And this is how you get up to 144 hertz. But keep in mind, you have to turn this off and on if you're playing on the PC, because generally gaming consoles don't support that kind of frequency. We also have a screen ratio. So this is 16:9. This is 21:9 and 32:9. Another feature you have is called theme style. So you can change it to green or like a cartoon look. So there's the options that's available on the Game Master system. All right, readjusted the camera here. Now, as you can see here, it will support 4K at 120 hertz. If we drop down to 1440p, it will support that as well at 120 hertz. We go to details. It supports everything, as you can see right there. And this includes Dolby Vision gaming at 120 hertz. Now, video modes, everything is supported, and you have the option to turn variable refresh rate off and on. So here's the PS5. Let's go ahead and check out all the settings in here. And usually it's identical, but only thing is PS5 doesn't support Dolby Vision. And right now you can see that the resolution is at 60 frames per second. And that's usually due to, that's the default for PlayStation until you load up a game. But under the 4K, which is the 2160, 48 hertz to 120 hertz is supported, HDR supported, the same as 1440p. and 1080p. I would say that this TV is pretty impressive because it does support everything. I just loaded up Asphalt Unite, and if you go back over to this menu, now you can see that the HGIG did turn on. So it all depends on how you have it set up. So this video really wasn't all about doing a full review. I just wanted to get out of the box, which I always do on new televisions, and just kind of have some fun with it, see what all the menus and all that stuff has to offer. But I will be coming out with a full review very soon. So if you have questions, be sure to leave that in the comments below. My first impressions on this television is that it's very impressive. Now, the things that really stand out to me is the picture quality looks amazing. The functionality of it is good. The remote control, kind of like the last year model a little bit better, but that's my own personal opinion. But when it comes to gaming, this TV is set up to give you the best gaming experience. Now, I know people are going to ask, how does this compare against like the QM7 from last year or the QM8? At this point, I really don't know, but I can say this. I think this is going to be one of the hottest selling TVs this year. Mark my words on it. I'm Tech Steve. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.